What's going on? What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of 1155. Well, Fear the Hive 1155, the podcast.
The podcast.
The podcast. If you're not listening to this, I don't know what you're listening to. But we got Steven, Jason, and your other host, Dom. What's going on?
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening, ladies and gents.
Was it Masterpiece Dinner Theater?
I wanted to go to one of them so bad. Like last time I was in Myrtle Beach, you know they have the dinner theater with the medieval dinner theater.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Stampede and the
I wanted to go so bad, man, and none of my people wanted to go. My kids didn't want to go. My wife didn't want to go. My aunt didn't want to go. I was like, I told Marty, all right, I guess
you need some new people.
Nope. Nope, not doing this again. No, sir.
You know what? Dixie Stampede is no longer there. It's Pirate's Voyage now.
Oh.
Yeah, Pirate's Voyage. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, Sherelle. Hi, Mom.
Your mom watches the show, dude.
Yeah, somebody asked me, hey, man, are there things you can't say because your mom watches the show? I was like, nah, not really. I mean, if it gets real dicey, I just be like, hey, Mom, don't listen to this.
Click off for like the next, 30 seconds.
Put your phone down. Don't watch this for a minute. It's gonna be all right. You don't need to hear this.
Speaking of stuff like that, I remember the first time I ordered an alcoholic beverage from my dad. He was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I'm ordering a drink." He was like, "In front of me?" I'm like, "I'm grown." Like, what?
No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir.
I was like, I am grown. Absolutely not, sir.
Oh, now she's saying she wanted to go. My bad. Maybe she wanted to go, but the rest of the people did. Anyhow,
hey,
the way I remember it is
revisionist history.
Yeah, the way I remember it, I was by myself on that thing because people were shopping and all that good stuff. Anyhow, you don't need to talk about that.
That's fair.
Where y'all want to start? Hey, man, Dominique, how was your? We're gonna get to Jason in a minute because he got stuff to tell us. But I need to know, and Jason needs to know as well because I'm the only ethnic. I'm the only
Islander?
mainlander here of mainlander descent. I don't know how to say it. Anyhow, we've got Trinidadian descent, we got Jamaican descent, and Dominique decided to make jerk chicken, and I need to know how good was it?
It was absolutely exquisite. So, interestingly enough, that was the first time that I've actually made jerk chicken myself.
What you were talking about there, boy?
Yeah.
That was a horrible. I've been practicing that all day.
Please don't.
I've been practicing it all day. I'm sorry. It was horrible. I said it before I started.
No mind.
But no, how was it?
No, it was good. Like I said, a lot of people was like, out of all the Asian stuff you cook, you don't make jerk chicken. I'm like, hey man, look, when I'm gonna do my own, when I'm gonna do my people's food, I gotta come correct. You just can't. I'm just not gonna jump out there and just give them any, just do anything. So what was
interesting? Want to screw it up.
Exactly. So the interesting thing was, green seasoning and Walker's Wood. That's all you need.
Exactly.
That's all you need.
That's all I needed.
Here we go.
That's all I needed.
I sense tension. Trinity Man said, for jerk chicken.
It's
something else.
It depends on where you're from and how your family makes it and whatnot. But I mean, my first time out, I was like, the green seasoning is important for the marinade, and then so is the Walker Wood paste. And then of course I did season the chicken before I put
of course
on it.
Who wouldn't?
White people.
Wow. They're all white Jamaican people, right?
Yes. I actually follow one. He's actually pretty funny. His name is
White Yachty.
Yeah. He is hilarious. But yeah. And then I made the sauce afterwards. And honestly, so in true Jamaican fashion, you cannot use a ton of sugar. If you use a sugar, it's a crutch. From my family, it's a crutch. If you have you make brown stew chicken and it's sweet and whatnot, that's not the way it's supposed to be.
Okay. I don't have an idea what you're talking about, but clearly Jason does because I can see it on his face. Jason, would you like to interject here?
Okay, so first things first. Um, Trinis and Jamaicans are clearly different people. We
Very
have
different.
different cuisines, different tastes. When it comes to the authentic jerk, that is a Jamaican thing. As a Trini, we have our spin on it, yes. But it looks delicious. It looks
That looks
delicious.
delicious.
It was.
We have
And
our spin on it. However, green seasoning is heavily used in Trini dishes. Heavily used. So our jerk chicken might have a slight green tint to it as opposed to the Jamaican brown tint to it.
You know what? That makes sense.
Yeah. Now our curry chicken is like yellowish green. So that's that's slight difference.
Well, slight difference. A proper curry is yellowish green. But it also depends on how you burn your curry. You're making my accent come up.
And what flavor of curry chicken you do. The house that I was living in Charlotte, when we moved in, the whole house smelled like curry. And I was like, I think I know who used to live here. And then I went to a place around the corner. And it was I think it was an Indian spot, like a real Indian spot. Because when I said I want something hot, they were like, all right. And I heard them call back to the back. Hey, we need American mild. I was like, yo,
American mild.
Gotta play me. I want something hot. He was like, oh. And he turned back. He's like, hey, we need American hot. I was like, no, I want what you eat. He was like, you do not want what I eat.
You don't want that.
I was like, yo.
Yeah, you don't want that. But like the way
not
that
born into that, no.
Yeah. Now the way that this chicken was made, after I marinated it, I took it out of the bowl with the wet seasoning and kind of just sat it on grates just so that way it can dry out just a little bit. So that way it was just a paste. And then I threw it on the grill for a little bit because most people don't know down in Jamaica, that chicken don't come with sauce on it. It's straight off the grill. You eat it like that. Like there's no that putting jerk sauce in your jerk chicken, that's an American thing.
The only sauce you get is moisture from the chicken.
Right.
That's it. Right. You better hope the rice and peas have some moisture to it too. If not, it's dry food I eat.
Yes, very dry. So and then at the end, what I did was I made a little jerk sauce. I took it was real simple too, just a little bit of barbecue sauce and some Walker's Wood paste and just mixed it up because I wanted more flavor on it. But man, when I say the spice level one is good, the first one you'd be like, oh, this is good. I could probably eat like about 10 more. You get to 4, it's stacking. The spice is just stacking on you. Like my son was eating it. He was like, I think he had like 4 of them. He was at the end of it. He was like, I was like, yeah, getting you in there. He's like,
go put some hair on your chest, boy. You're gonna grow up today. You're gonna learn today.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that was my first attempt, and I think it turned out pretty good. So I might have to do that again.
One of these days, I guess when we finally do this podcast at one central location.
Oh yeah,
we do a cook-off.
Hey, that'd be fun.
Hey man, you know what? I'm gonna let y'all cook. I'm gonna eat.
Oh, speaking of the division in like cultures, like spice levels. So like if you go to Thai restaurants and you order pad Thai, they ask you how hot you want it. There's 5 levels, and then there's Thai hot. Don't nobody want Thai hot. Yeah, Thai hot is
okay. Yes, let me ask you this: have you had Ethiopian food?
Yes. Oh yes.
I haven't.
Yes.
Okay. This is what I'm trying to understand, right? Because Indian food is hot, right? Thai food, no, Indian food's hot. Thai food is also very hot. And what I came to understand that one day when I was downtown in Charlotte, I forgot what the thing is called with all the food places in it.
Oh, the food hall?
Ethiopian. I went down there. We get some because the family's there. I gave the kids my card. Go get you some food. Come back. I go to the Ethiopian spot. and I want it authentic, like you eat it.
Mhm.
He was like, okay, bro, bro. And he was looking at me the whole time, right? And I'm like, can you please not look at me? Because I would like to not finish this dish. It was good. It tasted good. But I was like, I think I'm either going to die or I'm going to be buried like when I'm done with this. One or the other. It was that hot.
That boy melted the toilet seat.
You sure did.
The only time I've had anything close to being that hot, I went to an Indian buffet in the one in University when it was open.
Yeah.
And I didn't get the buffet. I ordered off the menu because I wanted something spicy. And I was like, give me the spice. He was like, all right. I should have known because he chuckled. Bro.
He was like, Steve, we got one today, guys.
Are your lips sweating? Yes, they are. My God. Anyhow.
Oh, shoot.
But yeah, cook off. That would be great.
That'd be fun. That'd be fun.
That'd be great.
Down with the jerk chicken. You know what? I'll probably do like a oxtails.
Ooh, yeah.
Probably do oxtails.
Ooh, yeah.
If they're not so expensive, I'll probably do oxtails. If not, like a brown stew beef or brown stew chicken. Steve on the smoker.
And with some sorrow.
Jason, you know, here in Texas, oxtails are cheap if you go get them from the ranch. They're like $2 a pound.
Fresh off the cow.
Yeah, they're like $2 a pound.
I'm sorry, what?
You gotta buy like 50 pounds of them, but it's like $2. Well, not 50 pounds. I think it's 25 pounds. But yeah, it's like $2 a pound.
That's not too bad.
The only reason I know is because Sherelle's aunt for Thanksgiving did oxtails. And she was like, I need $25 from everybody. I was like, yeah, $25 for everybody. It's 30 people here. That's $25 at $10 at $12 a pound or $13 a pound, depending on where you get it from. It's not going to feed a lot of people because I'm going to eat 4 pounds. That's what it is. It's
I'm going to eat 4 pounds.
That's what it is. But then she came and she had 3, you know, those big long pans. Mm-hmm. She had 3 of them of oxtails, bro.
But I got a pan by myself.
And I was like, where you get these from? She's like, there's a guy down the street. He's got a farm and they have cows and steers and stuff. And I was like, you know what? No more questions. I'll just take some more, please. Thank you. So yeah.
On that same vein, I hear that True Cut Ranch in Claremont, you can buy like quarter cows and so on and so forth. It's like $1,500 or slightly less than that.
One question. Who is you? Because you sound like you were talking about possibly us, but I think you're the only one that's considered that strongly. Because
I'm dead. I'm dead serious. I will get a whole nother freezer and go get that.
I thought about it, and I'm still considering it.
I look at it as I won't have to buy meat for at least 7 to 8 months.
Well, you don't have the army like I have, so I guess it's understandable.
I mean, I've only got one that's trying to eat me out of house and home, so the rest of them haven't caught up.
$1,500 is $225 per. I need for stretch longer than that, but it's all good. I understand what you're trying to do.
So the going rate of oxtails here in Durham, North Carolina, is about $18 a pound.
That's because they keep sticking it in the freaking mac and cheese and egg rolls and stuff.
I can get it out of the store for $12.
$18 a pound here.
12 out.
So that little, you see them little small little oxtails. You get a little small little pack about that.
That's
big,
the other thing.
For like $20-something.
Yeah, so at the store they give you the ends of the tail, right? On the farm they give you up closer to the butt. Them don't be.
Yeah.
Pause.
Hey man, come on, man. The size of an oxtail, dude.
Don't make me laugh.
Come on, man. You don't make you laugh. I do nothing.
Oh shoot!
All right, so Jason, give us an update. We got to change subject for y'all before we start on the pause fest. What's going on?
Is the depressing hour now?
No, it ain't depressing.
Oh yes, it is. all depression over here.
All it is the rain until the sunshine comes. So, what's the forecast?
Rain? I'm in a Cat 5 at the moment.
But that only lasts for,
You know what? I don't even think I've seen the eye of the storm yet. I'm still hitting the brunt of it.
You will on Thursday when you're out. You're gonna be out, and the eye of the storm will be right above you. And when you come out, you'll be that much closer.
You mean Friday? Friday. So surgery got pushed to Friday.
Okay. Friday.
Surgery is confirmed Friday. We don't know what time. Duke University, apparently they call you at 5 p.m. the day prior to schedule
you to not eat.
No, they already told me I can't eat Thursday at all. Just clear liquids. But when I keep asking what time is the surgery, they keep saying they'll call by 5 p.m. Thursday for Friday surgery. That's how they do it in the Duke system.
Yeah, if you're not nervous enough, that's
that Duke stuff right there. That's that Duke stuff. I'd have been like, you got to tell me now, bro.
I'm going to UNC Charlotte. I'm going to UNC Chapel Hill. How about them apples?
Well, we're too much invested into Duke at this point. So
yeah.
I met actually I did my pre-op appointment yesterday for the foot surgery.
Yeah.
And for those who don't know, I was in a very bad car accident, head-on collision. Lucky to be alive. And I'm getting a rod and 4 screws put in my foot on Friday due to 2 fractures and a torn tendon. We did the MRI last Thursday for my shoulder. Friday morning, the doctor called me and woke me up bright and early. And I can't even raise the right hand all the way. You see he's out of the sling because I've been told I need to let it dangle. Pause. Just so it doesn't stiffen up. Pause.
Once you start pausing, everything's a pause. But go on.
Right.
But yeah, he actually called 8 o'clock Friday morning and woke me up. And God's honest truth, the doctor said, I'm sorry to wake you. Your surgery is a must. You have a very nasty tear. He said, you're effed. Literally is what he told me.
Really?
So serious.
Man, that dude's
you're effed. It's that bad.
On one hand, you're glad that your doctor can communicate clearly. On the other hand, you wish you would use terms that were not so diabolically.
It caught me off guard at first. He said the full word. I had to look at the phone like, is this my doctor? Or is this like somebody else?
Yo, the doctor's like, we bros now. I can talk.
I mean, hey, for all intents and purposes, pause. He's gonna be inside you, so y'all family now.
He went out of his way to arrive at that location, and I still do not know why.
I don't want surgery. Just let it dangle. Just let it dangle.
Why? Oh my God.
Wow.
Yeah, now you think about it. Think about it.
He's a little Asian guy.
I don't know if that makes it better or worse.
No, what's funny is he said you won't feel it when you wake up out of the anesthesia.
That man went to Temple University School of Medicine. He studied under Bill Cosby. That's what he did. He studied under Bill Cosby.
Oh,
and he was online. He was online pledging with Puff. Go ahead.
So that surgery is going to be 2 weeks after foot surgery. So 2 weeks after this Friday is going to be the shoulder surgery.
Yeah.
And then 8 weeks after the foot surgery, we're going back for the second foot surgery.
On the same foot.
On the same, everything's on the right side. Okay. To remove the metal plate and the screws. If everything is healed well.
Gotcha. That's not too bad.
Michael Jackson sleep 3 times in 6 weeks, bro.
Which we're not too excited about because of prior health issues. Yeah, it's not a good idea to put me under 3 times in a row. Especially with me having sleep apnea. Obviously, I'm a big guy, so it's not like a outpatient procedure. It's happened at the main hospital. And with the foot surgery being as severe as it is, sorry, the dog just came up here snooping. The foot surgery being as severe as it is, actually keeping me overnight.
Yeah.
Just to see how everything is. I believe with the shoulder surgery, they're gonna keep me overnight as well.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, they got to make sure that when you wake up shortly after the surgery, you're ready to go home. I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, also, Jason, you're there with some. Isn't Duke like rated like nationally?
Yeah, that's why they can tell you that you're gonna have surgery on Friday. We just don't know when. Matter of fact, we'll get to you when we get to you. We're so good, you'll wait.
Yeah,
we'll call you the night before.
I gotta look that up, but I think they're rated nationally, man. You can be all right.
They're real good. I have a few acquaintances that have had children to have surgeries there. One had heart surgery there, and they were he had a very good experience. They cleared it up. His daughter now actually goes to Duke, so
they give your kids a scholarship,
right?
Free surgery. For what he paid for the surgery, they should have.
And the thing that makes it the worst right now is the fact that because surgery is on Friday, I've been told to cease all pain meds.
Ooh.
So with having the fracture in my foot, torn tendons, torn rotator cuff, I'm in a lot of pain at the moment. A lot of pain.
It's actually the reason why this podcast is so not funny, because we really don't want to make Jason laugh, because it's painful, but he's the one that keeps pausing stuff. So
we're still going to have a good time, regardless of pain in that.
Oh, certainly.
Have a good time.
Certainly. Oh man.
But yeah, so if you guys just keep saying a prayer for me.
Oh yeah.
Keep sending up the timber.
Please. Timber, apple wood,
cedar wood, whatever you got, send it up.
Little bourbon you want to pour out, just pour
it. Wait.
It's water. It's water.
I'm a novice. I just want to know who pours out bourbon though. I thought you poured out a 40. At least that's what they do in the movies. I've never seen anybody with.
Hey man, we make too much for 40s, bro.
We make what?
We make too much for 40s.
I don't make enough to be pouring out bourbon.
I'll still take an Old Lee.
We don't make enough to be pouring out bourbon either way it goes.
I'll take an Old Lee any day. Deuce 11. I'll take that too.
Wow.
You guys know I used to throw back them 211s easy.
Dating yourself, sir. I thought we left that in the past with stuff like Four Locos and stuff.
Oh no. I'll take a 211 any day.
Yeah, I had one of the original Four Locos, not that watered down stuff that they got nowadays.
Oh, so you had the crack in the can.
The crack in the can, yes.
So you're saying you're lucky to be alive?
I'm lucky to be alive. Absolutely.
Oh, that's right. My sister Candace had open heart surgery there too, and she's been fine ever since. Well, yeah, she's been fine ever since. Like healthy.
Did she have a Four Loko as well? Because that was
actually, that was the reason why she had to go, because somebody gave her Four Loko and they didn't tell her what it was, and then that's not the case. But yeah, no, my sister or sister-in-law, to be more precise. Everybody's like, you had a sister? No,
I was thinking that in my head. I was like, wait, he got a sister? What?
Yeah, I was about to say you were gatekeeping that one,
right?
I call her my sister because she's my sister. Like she's
that's fair, yeah.
But
thank you, Mama.
I get you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
But all right. So real quick. I have to confess something. I was really wrong last week. I said something completely insane, and that thing that I said was that I think 100 men could beat a gorilla, and I was wrong. Let me tell you how I know I was wrong. I know I was wrong because in doing a little bit more research, I found out that gorillas can bench press 1,800 pounds. And I was like, well, there it goes. There it goes. Oh, and their skin is almost impenetrable. Almost. Like you'd have to have a very thrusty knife to do the trick.
They're
But
not
this one was
bulletproof.
really good. No. I
You
mean,
throw a pulse
as far
in
as skin goes, right?
Mm.
Okay, let's try this another way. If you have a shirt on and I shoot you, we know what's going to happen. If you have a bulletproof vest on and I shoot you, we know what's going to happen. Now,
Mhm.
bulletproof vest is not impenetrable,
Right.
but it's much thicker than the shirt,
Right.
right? So the shirt is my skin. The bulletproof vest is the gorillas. There you go.
Mm.
There you go. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. So
Alrighty then.
yeah, I was quite wrong. Here's the thing: I don't mind being wrong. I like being right because I'm right now, and we won't beat them. No matter how many people we throw at them, how many humans we throw at them, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. So there's that.
It's not. Not to mention their bite force, like
And their grip strength. And their grip strength, yes.
Yeah, all of that.
No.
And not for nothing, the reason why I would never be in that 100, I found out recently that they eat their own poo. Let me explain. Jason's gonna die. Jason's gonna die over that.
I know they throw it.
No, there's a segment of the animal population and
God,
humans as well. I guess I don't know, but a segment of the animal population, particularly the ones that eat forage, right? That will, to extract all of the nutrients out of the things that they eat, will re-eat their own poo.
Okay.
Random fact.
Yep. Did not need to know that.
Dude, Jason, the funny part is, the only reason I went down that rabbit hole is because I was looking for like gorillas and gorilla stuff to try to figure out how wrong I was. And I wrote up on this video, and this gorilla was sitting down. He started pooping. He reached back and was like, I was like, whoa.
Yeah, my dog won't even do that.
I was like, I don't. So I had to look it up, and it's not uncommon. And gorillas are not the only people that are not the only, animals that do it. So, bro, the things that I know that is useless information could fill, I don't know, a large boat.
Yeah.
Anyhow, moving on. Speeding past that, here's the question that Dominique sent me that I don't really have an answer to. Is 150 Dru Hills a reasonable punishment for a child?
It is definitely a reasonable punishment. I saw that thing. I was like, you know what? I think I got it.
For those that don't know, when Dru Hill came out, their first song was "Tell Me." Tell me what you want. Tell me what you need. Tell me if it ain't good enough for you, babe. Right? But in that song, they would step and then jump. They stepped and they did that for the whole song. Now, I haven't gone through and counted, but at the rate that they were jumping and the length of the song, which I think was like 3 minutes and 52 seconds, rough math says they did it about 82 times. Okay. Now, the question is 150 of those jokers reasonable punishment for a child?
It is.
Clearly, Dominique is on board.
Absolutely.
Yeah, dog.
Absolutely.
Jason's on board too. You know what? The very next time, I think I might try it.
And I'm gonna turn on the song and I'm be jamming too. Like, hey man, come on, keep going.
Hey man, you got to play that song like 4 times. You know that, right?
Whatever.
They gonna have no words memorized.
Look, I play 90s music like it just came out yesterday. So
it just come. You know what? We're not gonna talk about that. We're not gonna talk about that. Oh man. Also, second question. Would you allow yourself to be smuggled into the United States inside of a bale of hay?
No.
This is a strictly Houston question, by the way.
No.
Jason, what say you?
Yes and no.
Under what circumstances? Yes. Because we understand the no's, I think.
Yes and no. Yes and no. Yes, because my family's here. If I were to, to get the boot, my family is here. No, because the way everything's going nowadays, what am I coming back to aside from my family?
As much as I respect that, Jason, I have a slightly different take. Have you ever ridden next to a bale of hay in the summertime?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
So, it's hot.
I was going to say, so this story comes out of Houston, right? 2 men were arrested for smuggling people across the line inside of a bale of hay. They created an iron frame inside of the bay, inside of the bale of hay, and they they covered the hay in like 1.5 feet worth of hay.
Okay, now that you give me that information, sure. I'm claustrophobic. I thought you were gonna roll me up in a bale of hay and somehow have to try to survive.
You missed the whole thing. They didn't get arrested for smuggling somebody. They got arrested for trying to smoke somebody, like smoke them to death.
Oh, okay.
Do you know how hot it's going to get inside the bale?
That's where I was going with it. That's where I was going with
it. A metal container on top of it.
Well, no, it was like a cage, a round cage, like a sphere round cage.
So they're in a cage, and then they put the hair around it.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't like it like a dog crate, like a dog crate, but a spherical one with hair around it.
You are literally smoking them to death. Like they're going to be nice and tender when they come out of there.
Enough water. Here's the thing. Logistically speaking, if you're able to get into the thing, right? And if you had enough water, that wouldn't matter. You want to know why? Because the hay would smell like urine. Because it would be so hot, the water would be passing through you.
Yeah, it was steaming.
And if for some reason you survived, I mean, I guess that'd be a good way to lose weight because a couple days in that,
you would die, dehydration.
Yeah, but if you didn't,
you got one heck of a story to tell.
Hey, how'd you get here? Your sizes.
Hey.
Hey, man, did I ever tell y'all the time where I thought I was gonna die because I was playing in a container of cotton?
You were doing what?
I have so many questions.
I'll make it quick. I'm timing myself. So when we were younger, my father was pastoring a church in Jackson, North Carolina. And the church, the land that the church was on, was given to the church out of a portion, the corner of a cotton field, right? So my first introduction to the place, I rolled up and there was cotton waiting on me. And I was like, where do they hang people at? Because that's why I don't want to go. But harvest season came. They harvested the cotton. They had to let it sit and dry, right? Dude, they set the container right next to my house. It wasn't right next. It was like, I don't know, 30 yards away. But it was close enough that I could get to it. So we thought it was a good idea to climb up into the cotton. Now, this is like a tractor trailer full of cotton. Climb up into the cotton and burrow in it like we were boll weevils. And it was fun at first. But cotton in the middle of summer, amazingly hot. And so for about 2 minutes when I was trying to get out, I thought I was going to meet Jesus. I thought that was it. Like it was just, I got disoriented because I was hot and all that good stuff. Luckily, I made it out. We did it again next year. I just didn't have the same problem. But nothing to do out there, Jason. You know there ain't nothing to do out there. Quit playing. I wasn't driving yet. I had to do something.
Comment. No comment.
Ain't nothing to do out there. I got friends I went to high school with. They got great grandkids, bro.
I believe
it. That's a stretch. They have grandkids, but their grandkids are like 12 and 13. So like they ain't nothing to do out there.
Yeah.
So
I believe it. Oh, I know. Yeah. I know.
We're gonna move on because I sense danger is out there. Hey, Dominique, man, you got something to rant at us about today? Oh, wait. Dominique, you got one of these playoffs. Before we go to break, who you got one of these playoffs? Minnesota and OKC, or my Knicks?
It's gonna be Minnesota versus Knicks.
You know what? For the NBA's sake, I hope that it is, because that would be the most uncomfortable storyline ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah, it's gonna be Minnesota versus Knicks. It's gonna be great.
Can we talk about something real though?
What's that?
My Knicks are real. What you talking about?
The Hurricanes or Florida?
Huh? Wait, what?
Stanley Cup.
Oh, that's
Going on right now.
Hockey.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's in Raleigh.
Right.
Down the street from me.
Here's the beauty of that, Jason.
Mm-hmm.
We've been doing this show right now for probably about 65, 70 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the first mention of hockey.
You're right. It sure is.
Matter of fact, 65 times 3 is almost 200 hours. Almost 200 hours of content over almost 2 years. That's the first mention of hockey, my friend. So please, clue us in.
Yeah. It just wasn't our cup of tea.
And when you're done,
But I spent my early childhood
in Canada.
I spent my early childhood living in Canada.
And the only thing that they showed on TV was hockey. So you understand it, right?
Well, it's not the only thing, but hockey is a big thing in Canada for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
So naturally, when you're a young person growing up, you gravitate towards your environment. You adapt to your environment.
Of course, of course.
So hockey obviously has been part of my life.
You know when I stopped watching hockey?
Mm.
When they used to have the puck that had the long tail on it, so you know where it went.
I'm sorry, what?
Once they took that off, I was like, no. Okay. There was a broadcast innovation. What they did was they marked the puck on the TV stream. And when the puck got hit, kind of like a mouse on your computer that has the tail on it, there was a tail on the puck. And I would watch hockey because I could figure out what was going on. And then they took it away, and I was like, I'm not studying this. I'm not studying this. No.
And I'm out.
I don't even know where it is.
It is funny to see that, though. Yeah, I don't think I've ever watched a hockey game, but I mean, I know that Ovechkin is really he's closing in on Gretzky's record for the most amount of goals.
Dominique, slow down. I know that was your one hockey fact. However, that happened like 3 weeks ago. No, look at me in my face. I was watching when it happened. It was before the playoffs got started. What do you mean?
Well, all right. Well, that's all I got. Next.
Yeah, current score is the Florida Panthers are 3, Hurricanes 1. And we're in the second.
The game's still kind of close. The game's still kind of close. 3-1. I mean, it ain't. No.
3-1 is not close in hockey.
Not close in hockey.
Oh gosh, listen to me. Not that it's close, but the game's not out of reach. 3-1 is the lull state, and teams like there's this thing. Apparently, there's some stat that says that 3-1 is the worst score to be at when you're ahead. 2-1, 4-1, 4-2 even, but 3-1. Like frequently, people lose 3-1 leads.
Yeah, ask the Golden State Warriors.
And the only reason I know that is because 3 weeks ago when I was watching hockey with a bar full of close friends that just happen to be Caucasian, well, close friends, people that will be close friends that happen to be Caucasian, I learned all that stuff. Like I was watching it, we were shouting at the screen and everything. It was great. I was in Minnesota, by the way, so I guess that helps.
Oh, that's right. You sure were in Minnesota.
I was in Minnesota.
In Minnesota, yeah. They have a really weird accent, and it's not quite Canadian, but it's not like American. You're just like,
have you ever driven through the Minnesota? Have you ever driven through the Minnesota countryside?
I've never been remotely close to Minnesota.
Okay.
The closest I've been was Michigan, Detroit.
Detroit ain't even really Michigan, but okay, we'll accept it. We'll accept it.
Hey, that's the closest I've been.
When you go to Minnesota, and you drive around outside of Mall of America, okay, Mall of America in Minnesota, it's worth going to. They have roller coasters inside the mall. No.
I've seen Baby Geniuses.
Okay, well then, yeah, you have an idea of it.
But
even an idea of it does not like it. It's very much. It's like we got a whole lot of land. We're gonna build the biggest mall in the world, and there's still not gonna be anything next to it. But that's what we're gonna get people. How we're gonna get people to come, right? And it's very impressive. It's very
roller coasters inside.
Yeah, man. It's. Whew. And yes, I'm in mourning too, Mom, as the Golden State Warriors are no longer in the playoffs. But then again, it was time. All dynasties must end. All dynasties must end.
They weren't a dynasty, but yeah, absolutely.
Excuse you?
You got to win 3 in a row to be a dynasty.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do.
Were the Spurs a dynasty?
Ooh.
Wait, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm waiting.
That's a special.
Waiting.
Okay. You know what?
No.
You know what? No. You know what? I can see that one. Go ahead. Keep it.
All right. Thank you very much.
Yep.
Thank you very much.
I will concede that one.
But yeah. So, hockey. Are you going? Okay. If you were well, would you have gone to the game? A game?
Absolutely.
I would like to go, right? I'm trying to get into soccer too. Like I'm trying to get into hockey a little bit. I'm trying to get into soccer too, right? Because World Cup's going to be here in Houston next year.
Is it?
Yeah. And I'm happy it's going to be here, but with the current political climate, like.
Oh yeah. Might not be.
I mean, how would you feel if you came from, say, Colombia on the World Cup team, but you're not the star, but you're on the team, and you get picked up in Houston and get deported? Like, that's sincerely a possibility.
I think the better question would be: would they be politically correct and deport them back to Colombia, or would they just say Mexico's close and send them over there?
It depends on how they feel that day. Who's on the roster next?
It depends on what country is open to receiving them, because they're not really trying to send them back to Colombia. They're just trying to get them out of the country, and whatever country will take them.
They look at it and say, "What's the most inconvenient country we can send you to?"
That is correct.
That's crazy.
Which I'm sincerely shocked that has not caused an international incident yet.
Oh yeah,
right?
Big time. I'm waiting on it.
Like, how, put it like this: if in America we had news reports of an American being deported to a Venezuelan jail, what would happen? Like if it was being deported out of, I don't know, France or Ethiopia or Japan to a Venezuelan jail, like that'd be a massive international incident. And I'm shocked that has not happened yet. But
yeah, I thought there was going to be a lot more uproar about that, because it's like you can't. Part of me feels like you can't just deport them anywhere. Like that's stupid. I mean, yes, you can, but come on now.
There is a lot of uproar about it. The mainstream media, by and large, just is not covering it, right? And unless you're a part of the conversation on social media, you won't get it on social media either. Like you literally have to go find it or look for alternative news sources to find out that 3 weeks ago there was a march on Washington because of the deportation policies, or that 2 weeks ago that the mayor in I think it was Newark got arrested outside of a detainment facility, and that a representative has now been indicted by the Justice Department for a scuffle that ensued in her district at a ICE detention facility. Like you have to go find those things, because what we're being inundated with is stuff that makes no sense. I mean, I'm glad to know that, Cassian got away from Puffy, and Puffy is the devil, but I would like to know things that are more important at the moment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Speaking of which, have you guys been following that?
Yes. Which one?
The Diddler. The Diddler.
The Diddler.
The question is, how close have you been following it?
I just been getting recaps. I don't. Yeah, I'm not. I'm not up for. Yeah, I'm just waiting for all of it to come out and then get like a full summary.
I'm 2 days behind. Apparently, Cassie's mother testified today.
Ooh.
Apparently,
Don
Diddy's
Richards.
no, Cassie's mother, not Don Richards. Don Richards testified yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Diddy's assistant testified yesterday.
Farnsworth? They got Farnsworth in there?
No,
No.
his financial assistant, the one that counted the money and got on the stand and said, did he have control of every part of her life? Hey man, not for nothing. He signed her to a 10 record deal when she was 18.
I own you.
Pretty much.
Like there is shady, and then there is a 10 record deal.
But I mean, look at his track record with all of his other artists: Danny Kane, making the band,
the Locks,
yeah, all
Big,
of them.
Craig Mack, Fate, all of them.
None of them have actually made money.
None of them have actually made money from their records. They made more money touring. That's how they make their money.
Yeah.
That's how they've had to make their money. But even still, all of those people were locked into 3 or 4 record deals. Cassie was locked into 10.
Yeah,
it's like a 15-year deal, bro.
Yeah, and that's where I don't know. You start looking at like Diddy and his business practices versus like let's compare Jay-Z and Rock Nation. Like how many billionaires has Jay-Z actually made? Kanye, Rihanna. J. Cole is on his way, not a billion yet, but I mean,
LeBron.
Sure.
LeBron.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
But
which by the way has also been released in the Diddy the Diddler.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, the names of the people that apparently witnessed some of these assaults and some of these batteries.
Freak offs?
No, not the freak offs. Just the assaults and the batteries.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Where he was in a restaurant or he punching her, hitting her, kicking her. Like the names, like they named Neo and Usher yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't surprise me. They've been around a long time.
Yeah, but like there's certain people that you would assume that would not allow that. Even if they didn't stop it, they wouldn't be around it, right? Now I know Neo is not one of those guys, but I was assuming that Usher was one of those guys that would not have been a part of it. And maybe he was trying to act like he wasn't there or he didn't see it, but
it depends on what stage of his career he was in, also.
So
but we talking about Diddy. So we talking about Cassie. So we talking about late aughts. So like 2009, 2010, 2011. Usher had already dropped Confessions by then, bro.
Yeah, he has, but at the same time,
Confessions was his 4th album.
You're right. I know
that was under his own label, his own imprint. He had a diamond album. He had it. He didn't have anything that he owed Puff at the time.
Don't know the connections.
There is today leaked audio of LeBron and the Diddler diddling.
I'm sorry, what?
Okay,
I'm sorry to say that to you.
What's your source?
Oh,
let's start.
I will send it to you. I will send it to you via Facebook.
Jesus.
Yeah. Oh, we are still live. You guys are like,
hey man, whatever.
You know what we're doing.
Late breaking news flash, man. Anyway,
we're not gonna sit here and not Google this. Come on.
While Steve is looking that up, what's bugging me today?
Yes, what's bugging you today?
I can play it.
Oh gosh, yes, please play this foolishness.
And you guys can hear this, right?
Said that Americans will not pay the cost of tariffs. In fact, last week, Lutnick said people have to drop the quote silly arguments that consumers would pay the cost. But over the weekend, as you know, the president posted that Walmart should eat the tariffs and not charge the value customer anything. I'll be watching, and so will your customers. So does he acknowledge that if companies don't absorb the full cost, Americans will have to pay?
Well, first of all, the CEO of Walmart made those comments about the tariffs on an earnings call where CEOs, I believe, are legally obligated to give the most dire warnings and forecasts to their investors and stakeholders. The reality is the president has always maintained Chinese producers will be absorbing the cost of these tariffs.
That is absolutely false.
I've never heard someone who could lie
Such garbage, right?
as much with a steady voice as she does.
Like she annoys me. Like she gets my blood boiling, and definitely
we all know you're lying. Hey man, where's the counter in the top right hand screen? That's top left hand screen that's normally there. I don't know what time it is.
What?
50 minutes, yeah. 51 minutes.
Yeah, 51 minutes.
Why can't I see it?
I don't know. But yeah, this is what is irking me today. You literally came on national TV and said that the Chinese producers will be absorbing the cost. In what way, Sway?
Maybe they know something that we don't. Or the Chinese.
That's not how, but that's impossible. How do you make them pay for something that somebody else is ordering?
Which means he's trying to put the higher prices on the imported items as opposed to the American items.
And you know what's the interesting thing is? This whole tariff situation, we think like, oh yeah, okay, Trump did the deal. We're not gonna see high prices. We're good. No. The stuff that was going on in when the tariffs were put on, that's about to hit us like next couple weeks.
Yeah. Okay, so here's the thing. Most people don't understand how supply chains work, right? Most people don't understand that it takes how long things take to get on a boat from wherever it comes from to America, and then how long it takes from getting off of the boat to getting on your store shelf. They don't understand the process. They don't understand what it takes. They don't understand how things could be priced higher. I'm here to tell you because I've worked in industries that have had to, in a hands-on fashion, monitor the shipments of products from factory to port in Shenzhen, and from port to port in Myrtle Beach, and then from port to port dock, and then from port dock to truck, and then from truck to warehouse, and then from warehouse to store. I used to have to manage, I don't know, I think it was like $30 million a month in like assets moving from port to port and into shelves. And so most people don't know that it takes a while, right? It's a 6 to 8 week process from a factory to a shelf. And that's if everything works out perfectly.
Yep.
Right. So we're in that we're actually, what is it? February, when he announced in February, March, April, May, we're about to hit it, right? Because you have to account for the increased spending for inventory that was done when the tariffs were announced.
Yeah, because a lot of people bought up a lot more inventory just to help stave it off as much as possible.
Matter of fact, most people don't know, but in December, companies were buying up inventory up until inauguration, right? Let's say Best Buy normally keeps 100 Vizio computers in a store, right? Well, they ordered 100 Vizio TVs because they need them in the store, but they also ordered probably like 500 to sit in the warehouse because they would have paid for them before the tariffs went into effect, delaying the need to charge customers. Well, those 500 that were in the warehouse are now gone. And what's being put on shelves in the next few weeks are going to be items that the tariffs would have applied to. Right.
But
so we're about to feel it. It's kind of like the eggs thing.
But you know what? Here, listen to the rest of this.
And that is why China was so quick to hustle to the negotiating table with the United States of America. They need our markets. They need our consumers.
They don't need us.
And I would again point you to the inflation report that came out last week showing that inflation is declining in large part because energy prices are dropping across the board in this country because of the president's robust energy agenda that he has taken since January 20th. So
she must be a gorilla because she's eating her own poop right now. Dude. So she says inflation is. She's like, yeah, everything's fine because inflation. No. That's because we haven't hit that yet. She knows it.
Jerome
They
Powell
know it.
said inflation is not fine when he cited the reason why they were not dropping the interest rates.
Exactly.
He said exactly why. He said, and I'm paraphrasing because I don't want to say it's verbatim and I'm gonna word off, that it's because of the unstable nature of the tariffs and the economy at the moment. So she knows full well that that is a lie, much like everything else that she says, but she doesn't care. She doesn't.
No, it's amazing how she can get up in front of national TV and spew that hot garbage.
Okay, and there's part of me that wants to cut her slack because I understand the job of the press secretary is to communicate what the administration wants to communicate. But here's the thing. There's a point at which I was just doing my job is not sufficient.
Exactly. This this is it. Like she can say it to whoever. No, ma'am, you were not just doing your job because you should have looked at it. You should have looked at those notes and said, "I'm not going in front of those people saying this. You better come up with something else." Because at what point does the press secretary have to hold? I mean, everybody, like the cabinet, like just all of it. Like at some point, the press secretary has to hold even the person that they got that from accountable. Like, no, you can't say this.
Whoa, slow down, Dominique. You use the word that is not only foreign to, but has no place in this administration. Accountable.
Right.
So we can't expect people that are diametrically opposed to the word.
Like I
you know what I mean?
There was a video not too long ago where, and I loved it. Barack Obama was in a interview and he was like, if I did half of this, and everybody went crazy because it's like, it's true. If he did a third, a fourth, a 16th, a 132nd of the things, it would have been impeachment immediately.
Absolutely.
Impeachment would have been the nice way about it. I personally think that if Barack had done any of this, bro, they'd have skipped impeachment. They would have suspended Habeas Corpus and put him directly in jail as the president and stripped his presidency and gave it to the white man.
Like, I mean,
they would have hanged or lynched him.
Bro, they wanted to hang and lynch him over a tan suit. Do y'all remember? I'm old enough to remember that a White House scandal was a tan suit, my dude.
That suit was clean, though.
Suit. Oh, that suit was clean.
Yeah, that thing was clean, man. I'm sorry. Like, I'm like, man, for real, y'all mad over this man over a tan suit? That's not presidential. You're not presidential. That's why you're not there. Like, come on now.
They just because he made it look better.
Like, exactly. Like, the only thing you got on this man is, well, he wore a tan suit. What does that have to do with policy? What does that have to do with his agenda? That has nothing to do with it.
Everything. The automobile industry in the United States. Why are we talking about his suit? Let him wear what he wants.
He can wear his pajamas as long as he's getting the job done. I could care less.
Not pajamas, but I see what you did. I see what you did there. Oh man. Anybody got any shout outs? Because we were right up.
Oh, I got one.
What's up?
I need to shout out my wife. Today is our anniversary.
Is it really?
It is.
I mean, so your anniversary is today. Mm-hmm. Happy anniversary. And Jason's anniversary is tomorrow. Mm-hmm. Happy early anniversary.
Okay.
That's okay. That's cool. Wait a minute. So y'all are, if Jason's 15.
Hold on, 2025. We got married. 2014. Oh my gosh. 11 years.
Oh my gosh. Cool. I was trying to give you time because I didn't want you to mess it up, but I was about
to say, no. I'm the one that always knows the how long we've been together.
Really?
I am. Yeah.
Happy anniversary.
I could not. Happy. Yeah. We need to get off on time then, because it's Thursday for you.
She probably sleep already. I might have to wake her up.
Hey, you better wait. Hey. Send her that text message. I'll be up soon. Don't go to sleep yet.
Hey, you sleep? No. Hey, you sleep?
Okay, cool. Hey. All right. So this is what you do, Dominique. What you do is you go to the Find My iPhone app and you make her phone do the Find My iPhone thing. And then you act like it never happened. And that way she's awake when you get upstairs.
Yo, you stupid. It's diabolical.
Hey, man,
I love it.
Heard that from a friend.
14 years. How many years? I'm sorry. 11?
11 press.
Nice. We'll be 14 tomorrow.
Nice.
Thank you, Mama. I appreciate it.
Black love.
Really?
Black love.
Yeah, black love.
Black
Yeah.
love is
14
amazing.
years, and unfortunately, we can't do much this year. So,
You know what? I think you've done enough this year already that you can take a couple weeks off.
Or you just make up for it later.
So,
Or you know what you should do? You should collect rain checks.
you guys, I don't think I made this clear. I'm not going to be back to normal until January, late December, January.
Can you imagine how many rain checks you can collect from now until then?
We are in May, my guy.
Hey, man.
Hey,
I have no hot boy summer.
View. You got to take the long view. You got to think of the long term. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's May. I won't be back to normal until July.
No. That's walking. The rest of everything still works. You'll be all right.
Jason, here's the thing. Here's what I will say. I understand. I'm not trying to minimize the struggle that will be the next 3 months and the rehab that will be the next 3 months after that. I'm not trying to. But as you well know, man, a year is nothing. A year goes by like that.
It's true. This is true.
Like that.
Okay, so in this year, 2 of my kids, one going to college for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
He walks in next 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I won't be weight bearing by then.
Get you one of them scooters.
No, I can't leave. I can't move.
Okay. He'll be immobile.
I'm immobile.
Get you a live stream.
Can't even see my son cross.
Live stream.
It's not the same. It's not the same.
I know it's not.
It's not the same.
But it will also prevent you from trying to help him move in.
I want to help him move in.
But
you want to help him move in right now.
Look. But you shouldn't help him move in. I'm not talking about getting him out. I'm talking about the physical act of it. You have to pay. You have to find someone to help him move in because you're not gonna be able to do the lifting. And here's the thing: you shouldn't. At this stage in your life, you should be paying someone to move your kid into college. You should be there watching.
See,
hey, that goes there. That goes there.
To balance a box on top of my head while I hold a bag in my mouth. I'm getting him in there.
No, he's going. What I'm saying though is you shouldn't be having to balance anything, bro. Come on. Look, man. Look, we're at that stage in our lives. Where it's okay to pay people to lift things for us. We do not have to prove anything else. We've moved enough. You've helped enough people move, including me. We don't do that no more. We don't. I got a guy here in Houston. I call him if I need anything. He's good. They wrap everything up. They put cloths on and all that good stuff, man. We're at the point in our lives. Pay him to do it.
Oh, I've got a mover, consistent mover that I call anytime I need to move something because I'm not doing it. I'm just not. Yeah. When Mara goes to college, I'm calling him too, be like, hey, look, you need to take your stuff to wherever college you go.
Your tax bracket.
First of all, I don't want to hear it, Disney man. I don't want to hear it, Disney man. But what I will say is, and for college, that makes it even easier. He gonna carry whatever he can put in the car, whatever else he needs. I'm ordering to his room.
Yeah,
I'm not. You think?
So
look, my parents sent my stuff from Germany to my dorm room at Shaw University. They was like, "Hey, Mr. Goins, you got an 18-wheeler outside." I was like, "What you mean? I got an 18-wheeler outside?" They started loading stuff up. I couldn't even sleep in my room for like a week. Like all my side of the room was filled with boxes. I had to go sleep in another room because I was like, okay. I called my parents immediately. I said, "What's your problem? What is your issue?"
We were cleaning out that room because we needed it for something. So we just sent you all the stuff.
You sent me my entire room. I don't have anywhere to sleep right now. Thanks a lot.
Dominique, here's the thing. They didn't know whether or not you needed those socks or not. I mean, they were kind of sticky, but they sent them to you anyway. You should be happy.
They were crunchy, not sticky, sir.
Come on, Jason. It was all to see you smile, bro. Hell, come on, man.
Right.
Come on, man. But yeah, no, don't be lifted. Get someone that move this kid in. Shucks.
We don't have to, but here's the other thing. Typically, when we move, do the college runs, we use my truck. We let everything, all my seats down flat.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Suburban, we fill up the Suburban. Everybody else rides in my wife's car. And there is no more Suburban.
Hey,
Matter
man.
of fact, in the morning, I am going down to Copart, which is my truck is already listed on Copart for sale.
Good God. What you gonna do? Buy back?
Are you gonna try to? You gonna buy?
I thought about it. I thought about it. It is
Nostalgia.
way too
Yeah.
damaged. Way too damaged.
Yeah.
If anybody were to get it, it's literally just for the back end of the truck.
That was no pause needed there.
Hey, man, but all in all, man, you're here. Granted, yes, you won't be able to
I'm
see
saying.
your son physically walk, but you're here. They would rather have that than anything, because that accident could have easily gone.
You know
another
what?
way.
I am so determined to see my boy walk that stage. I'll brave the pain, even if I have to rent a scooter tied onto the back of my wife's car and say go.
Wait.
I'm gonna
Wait. I know you're being facetious.
I'm not.
He's not.
But please don't do that. Okay, so you can't be weight bearing on the foot, right?
Mhm.
Okay, but you can ride in a wheelchair, right?
I guess, yeah.
Ooh.
Okay.
I think I know where you're going with that.
Go on Craigslist, get you a wheelchair, and then you're gonna call the city to arrange transportation. They're gonna come pick you up on one of them buses that lifts the wheelchair up, puts it on the back, and then drops you off, and you arrange transportation back.
Yep.
And then in a wheelchair, they'll sit you all right up front.
You in the front. You get special treatment.
Yeah, they'll sit you at a preferred location. And
I'm glad we brainstormed this.
they might even let you, let you out before everybody else leaves. So yeah. Yeah, that way you ain't got to strap yourself to the back of your wife's vehicle on a scooter.
Here's the fun part. We live in a townhouse. Yeah.
So
wait a minute, are you gonna be upstairs or you gonna be downstairs?
I'm upstairs. I'm on the third floor right now.
I'm talking about after the surgery. Have you
Third
decided?
floor. My bedroom is on the third floor.
Yeah, I know the bedroom's on the third floor, but
yeah, but would you
got
like?
You got any? I was about to say you got any showers downstairs, but you're not moving.
No, we have showers on all floors.
Sponge
but
bath.
My boy. My boy's room is on the first floor.
Okay.
Their bedroom is on the first floor. That's the first floor is like the in-law suite. It has a full bath and everything by itself. But that's their room already. So I'm going to Doctor told me I need to sit on the edge of the stairs and just baby crawl up and down if I need to. Obviously it was a first week, no movement at all. And this gets me. I can't even take a shower for the first 72 hours.
Yeah, no, not after surgery. You can't do that.
To sit, yeah.
I think you guys fail to realize I am a true Caribbean man.
I get it.
I have to wash my backside before I lay down.
Sponge bath. Get you a waterproof blanket. Sponge bath.
Hey man, you want me to send you some wet wipes?
Some dude wipes.
I got you, boss. I got you. I get them in
not
bulk.
the same.
What you need?
It's not the same.
I know it's not.
You be baby fresh.
Hey, no, like the shower thing. That gets kind of old after like day 2.
Yeah.
But you know what else gets old? Having to roll over to pee.
Yeah, we had that conversation this morning. That's not happening. That's not happening.
Okay, Jason, listen.
No.
Okay, no, just hear me out. Just hear me out. Just hear me out. Okay. Right. And I'm saying this from a place of love, right? Re-injuring the foot because of a bathroom run,
not worth it.
Not only is it not worth it, I can only think of two more embarrassing ways to tell the doctor that you need a second surgery before you need your last foot surgery. That's what we're here for. And I say that as someone, and Dominique's been there too. I say that as someone who laid on a futon for 21 straight days after my ACL surgery and had to learn how to pee on my side into the container.
You know what's weird? I don't even remember going to the bathroom during that time. I mean, I did, but I just don't remember it. Wow. Huh, I'm about to ask my wife because I don't remember.
Bro.
Like, now I will say going down the stairs, that is that's a problem.
I'm not even gonna lie to you. The fact that they've told you not to eat, that's a blessing. And you may want to consider at first starting with a liquid diet before you start actually eating food after the surgery.
Oh yeah, because you got to poop, bro. Like
that will push out your bowel movement, right?
Yeah,
and if you do it right, it'll push it out towards the end of that 72-hour period.
I will say
you don't have to poop in the bed.
I will say going number 2, that was
bro. If they say that you can't move for 72 hours, well, like once you get in the bed, you can't move. That's what they mean. They're gonna send you home with a container for you to pee in and with a bedpan for you to poop in. Right. And if you start eating the day that you come out, then 12 to 16 hours from then, you're gonna have to use the bathroom. If you eat actual food, you're gonna have to use the bedpan. If you start with a liquid diet, that's gonna push that time out.
Alrighty, so what are you guys watching lately?
Hey man, that's because we love you, bro. We've been there.
Yeah.
Me and my wife, we've been on a Mission Impossible binge.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah. This is a rewatch, right? Rewatch, getting ready for what you call it?
It's the first time.
Oh, have you caught up already?
We are on MI5.
MI5, so you got 2. All right. Wait a minute. Yeah, so you got if you on MI5, then you got 2. You got 6 and then Dead Reckoning. Now I gotta find out.
I can tell you.
I still don't have my tickets for Dead Reckoning.
Dead Reckoning.
It's on Hulu. We are on.
No, I am right. You're on 5, and you got 6, and you got 7, and then Dead Reckoning comes out Friday. So, and I'm going to see Dead Reckoning and Lilo and Stitch this weekend. It's going to happen.
Stitch. I'm going to Lilo and Stitch.
I'm going to them both. Wait a minute. Have you seen Sinners yet, Dominique?
Not yet.
We are halfway through MI5 at the moment.
Yeah, you still got 2 to go, and Dead Reckoning, which is 7, is kind of long, right? But yeah, it gets consecutively better. It gets better. It increases the goodness. It gets better each and every movie. My words have gone. At any rate,
especially every scene with him just running.
Yeah, it seemed like that's all he does is just run.
That was in the contract.
Yeah, that's in the contract. He has to have so many seconds where he's actually running. Ironically, it's in the contract because he had a study done, the correlation between him running and the box office success of a movie. No, you're laughing. I'm serious. I'm dead serious. There's a correlation between the box office success of the movie and him running. So in most of the movies that he has been in since he did that study, I think it was right around Tropic Thunder when he started making his resurgence, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like he's running. Like Day After Tomorrow, he's running, right? Like that's just a thing. So
yeah.
Have you guys seen Extracted?
The one with Chris Hemsworth?
Not the movie, the TV show.
No. Oh yeah. I've seen like the first few episodes. That is actually a very interesting show. I love the concept. It is pretty cool.
Oh, I saw one episode. Shrey was watching this joint, and I was like, "Is he cussing his parents out on live TV?"
He is. He was. That boy was.
Oh.
I'd have
Bro,
left
you
him
don't
out
know-
there. I'd be like, man, don't you dare pull him out,
Bro, no, I'd have hit the button and wait for him to walk through the door, and I'm sucker punched him. Who you think you talking to?
I left him. Like,
No, I mean, I wouldn't have done that, but I'm just saying, like, there are lines you don't cross. And although you're speaking to a camera, come on, man.
Yeah. Nah, I'd have left him out there. I'm like, I'm gonna teach. I'm gonna show you.
So
Yeah.
I started watching it with my little sister,
Mhm.
aka my neighbor, because she's 2 doors down.
Mm.
She had to. My wife dropped me off of her house so she could babysit me.
Don't you love it? Don't you love it? Now you got to be watched.
I have to be watched because I fell. I was by myself and I fell.
Mm.
Yeah, you do need to be watched then.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you watched.
I have to be watched. Unfortunately. Anyway, we started watching it and seeing that scene with the young black kid.
Mm-hmm.
We both came to the same resolution that if that was our parents,
Oh no!
our mama would have took the helicopter, flown to meet us,
Hey, take
They
me out.
jumped out of jump with a halo, halo jump with a parachute.
whooped our backside,
I'm
took
coming
all the
for
stuff
ya.
back, and left.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and would have been in the right to do it.
yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
That would have been hilarious. Had to be like, hey, take me out there.
Oh, yeah.
Take me out there. Yeah, seriously.
The show's been like, wait a minute, take you where? Out there. See where
Out
he is right
there.
there? I want you to take me out right there, right now. Where's the helicopter at? Spin it up. Let's go.
But for those who have not watched it, it's definitely a good watch. It gets a
It
whole
is.
lot better after that episode 2. Like a whole lot better.
And then there's like one dude who's like effortlessly just surviving. He's like, yeah, I'm just gonna do this. And it's just like, what?
You guys,
Ryan
you guys ever watch
W.
Alone?
Ryan
You guys
W.
ever watch Alone?
Yeah.
No, I've never watched Alone.
Yes.
So Extracted is a poor ripoff of Alone, right? Alone is
Yes.
where they drop you off in a remote area. You have to stay out there until you can't take it anymore, and then they come and get you. Right? The goal is to stay out there the longest, but you don't know how long people have stayed out there, so you have to stay out there for as long as you can. Some people have stayed out there as long as like 200 days or something like that,
Good
which
guy.
is crazy to me. But Extracted is a close facsimile of that.
There's a contestant from North Carolina in there as well. Ryan H. He's from Lincoln.
Is he representing for North Carolina, or
He's
Are we gonna
holding
be
it down. No, he's
Holding
holding it down. He's holding it down
Mhm.
for the Carolina boys. However, his parents keep kind of jinxing him along the way.
Oh,
So
this is
not-
the older parents. Yeah, because they did something where this like they had to fix him a box or whatever to send him,
Supply box.
and
Yeah.
and they got to the stuff too late, and they was like, oh well, this is all we got. I was like, dang.
Like every time there's a supply drop and they have to do something for him, he gets screwed,
Yeah.
unfortunately, or he gets nothing.
the drama of the show? Gotta love it.
So
Mm.
it's a very good watch. Very good watch.
Hmm.
Andor. Have you guys finished Andor or caught up on Andor?
Nah, I'm waiting on that one.
It's done. It's done. The season 2 is done.
It's done.
I'm on episode 2 of season 2, and I have to watch it with Sherelle because she is
You
my
need-
guide through
yeah,
Star
you need a
Wars.
Yeah,
So, so yeah,
that's how it was with Harry Potter. I need somebody to guide me through that because I was just like,
yeah.
So I will say this, and Steve Terrell probably has agreed to this as well. As soon as you're done with Andor, episode
Watch Rogue One
12,
again. Mhm.
watch Rogue. It flows so smoothly into it.
Everybody says
Really?
it makes Rogue One a much better movie,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
By itself and within the canon of Star Wars.
Yes.
I already
Yeah,
thought Rogue One was
absolutely.
pretty good to even start with.
I thought,
it was really
yeah,
good.
but Star
I
Wars
thought so.
enthusiasts did not like Rogue One.
Mm.
They did not like, and they've been very vocal about it, right? They didn't like the other movies as well, but they didn't like Rogue One. I was like, but why? This is classic Star Wars storyline.
And then,
but I
and then
get it.
that one rolls into what? Not episode 4. Is
Mhm.
it?
Episode 4.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, it rolls right into episode 4. So
Yeah.
it's just like, come on now.
Yeah, but they didn't like it until now. Everybody that I follow, Andor, like Rogue One is a great movie now. It's like we said
Yeah.
that back then, but I guess context matters.
Well, see, when you after you watch the Andor series,
Mhm.
Rogue One seems like it focuses on the girl
Yeah,
and her dad. her having daddy issues, when it's still about Cassian and Andor.
Mm-hmm.
So
they found themselves a really good storyline and a really
I'm
good
one with the
character.
Force, and the Force is with me. I'm one with the Force, and the Force is with me. I'm one with the Force, and the Force is with me.
Right.
And the irony is, much like Andor, Rogue One is really not about the Force.
No,
It really isn't.
until Vader shows up, but you know.
Yeah.
So, oh man.
Well, then again, the whole series about the Force, so
not anymore. They're moving storylines to push
I
the
wonder.
Force to
I
the.
wonder what they're doing. What they're cooking up though, because I'm just like, we're finally moving on from the Skywalker anthology series. Like,
Well, they need
not
to
fully.
for the storyline to grow. Like, you have to open it up, right? You really, I mean, every movie can't be just about Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader. Like, there's a universe out there that ties into the happenings that happen in the first in 4, 5, and 6, in 1, 2, and 3, in 6, 7, and 8, that whose stories could be better. And I think they saw that first in animation, and then they decided to make live action, which they've done well with Mandalorian and with Andor and with Ahsoka. Which I hope they bring back.
That was beautifully done, because that rolled right into that connected with Rebels.
Yeah,
and Clone Wars.
Yeah,
Clone Wars.
Yeah,
Clone Wars.
But they're doing really well. They've got at least from my estimation, different direction as to where to focus their energies. Right, like, don't just focus it on this guy with this red lightsaber. Focus on the rest of the universe, and when he comes, it's his moment in the story, right? But you don't have to. You have to make the story good, not just have these characters and hope that the story becomes good, which is what they've been doing.
I want to see them explore the whole Gray Jedi theory.
I think they're going to. Like, they got a roadmap, and they got a bunch of movies and series that they're going to, right? And on the strength of Mandalorian and Andor and even
even give me the beginning, show us some movies of the beginnings of, like, the Jedi, and a movie of the beginning of the Sith, and then, like, some early Sith Jedi wars and stuff like that.
That would be nice.
That'd be perfect.
At the end of whatever the last Skywalker movie is, you notice that Rey has the yellow lightsaber, making her the temple guard.
No, that I didn't know.
That is true. Yeah, that is. Yeah, that's
lightsabers are temple guards.
Which she's essentially the last Jedi. So yeah, she is essentially the guard.
So apparently, the new storyline that they're working on is her rebuilding the Jedi Temple and finding and training the new younger generation of Jedi, and that's supposed to go into the next phase of Star Wars or whatever else they're trying to get into.
I certainly hope they hold to that mission, because I would like to see that on the big screen. I really would.
They're going to have to, because they've invested so much money into that franchise. I mean, definitely they've recouped it by now.
As long as Finn gets a lightsaber, like his own lightsaber at some point, I'll be happy.
I have no hope for that at all, unfortunately.
No. And he can't get purple, because that's strictly Samuel.
Yeah. Is anybody watching Not Last of Us? Handmaid's Tale.
It's on my list. Okay. It's on my list.
It's okay. It's okay. The episode today was the second to the last episode of the series. Next week is the last episode of the series, and everything that you've ever wanted to see happen in Handmaid's Tale, most of it happened this episode, and it was really good. I'm hoping that they land this plane, but we'll see. We will certainly see. Yeah,
definitely looking forward to that.
Scored against Hurricanes.
What's that?
Panthers just scored again against the Hurricanes.
Oh, well, then that would be game. That's how we call game.
Yeah.
Well, they're not too far into the third period, so.
Wait, so how does that work? How many quarters they got?
Periods.
Period.
Whatever.
No. It matters. Go ahead.
Periods. They have 3 periods. So essentially, this is 4th period, I guess, if you want to.
Yeah, 3 periods and an overtime, right? Overtime
overtime.
if you're tied and it's the playoffs, so they play until somebody scores.
Those are my scores.
So there's that.
Are you guys taking your young ones to see Lilo and Stitch?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yes.
taking them not for them. I'm taking them for me.
I wouldn't be taking them from me. If I'm going for me, I'm going without them. But I am taking them.
I am a big fan of Stitch, and to see this in live action is going to be awesome. I'm glad they did.
Yeah.
I'm glad they bullied Disney so that they wouldn't go the Sonic route, because you know how Sonic, the first iteration of Sonic, how he looked. They kind of tried that same thing with Stitch, and everybody was like, "No, fix him now."
Well, they're doing the same. They're doing the same thing with Superman. Have you seen? They've seen the updated images of Superman versus the archival ones, like archival being like back from January or December.
Okay,
yeah. They changed the length and the width of the cape. They changed some of his expressions. Like remember we had that conversation about the trailer, and I was all pissed because he blinked when the guy hit him with a soda can.
Oh yeah,
they changed that. He doesn't blink anymore. Like they did some things to make it, and I think that all of the things that we've seen, I think of the 4 villains we've seen, I think 3 of them are going to be dealt with in like in a flashback, from a flashback perspective.
Yeah, because it's already like when we join in, it's an already lived in universe. It's not it's not like an origin story or anything. It's like we're picking up wherever he's at, like right in there.
It's a lived in universe. He's already Superman, right? Lois already knows that he's Superman.
Mm-hmm.
Like there are a lot of things. It's going to be really interesting. I hope that they pull it off. I was kind of upset at the look of him, and then I went back and looked at the comics, and he looks exactly like Superman in the comics. So it's all good. And apparently he has some personality. So I'm hoping that culminates in a really good movie.
That's good. Yeah, because technically, looking back on it, most of the guys that play Superman or like the character just didn't have any edge or anything to him, unless he got like super upset, and it's just like, nah, man. He's just like always the model citizen. Even though at one point I thought they had plans for like Michael B. Jordan to play like Superman. I was like, Black Superman? We'll see how that goes.
Well, they just need to do it in another verse. Kind of like they're doing, well, I'm hoping that they leave. Well, they're not going to do it, so I'm not even going to say that. But I hope that they would tell a story that is not a part of the DCEU that has a Black Superman. You know what I mean? So just kind of like they're doing with Marvel. Like they're talking about having Denzel as Magneto, right? And that's possible in Marvel because he can be Magneto from another universe.
Yeah, that's true.
But I would hope that they would do something like that, simply because I mean he's a fictional character.
Yeah.
We've seen Black people played by white people all the time.
Yeah.
We can have a Black Superman for a movie.
Yeah.
Got a white Jesus, so let's
don't get me started. Hey man, and the Pope is Black, yo. The Pope is Black. Not
technically
that I care about the Pope, but
right.
If I did, the fact that he is of Haitian, Creole, and something else descent.
Who?
Yeah, he's
Pope
Leo?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's completely passing.
He's mixed.
By the one drop rule, he's completely Black.
Dude from Chicago?
Yeah.
Yes.
He's not.
Whose family's from New Orleans?
Yeah.
And New Orleans by way of Haiti. Go ahead, look it up.
He can't vote.
Some way, shape, or form, yes.
He's passing. He would be Black if it were 1910.
I find out the Pope got a little can in him. Okay. So he can come to the cookout.
He can. Oh yeah, from what I understand, he can come to the cookout. Steve. And also, I think he's also a Sox fan too.
He come to the cookout.
Yeah, a lot of people were saying like,
somebody got blessed the food.
You're right.
I mean, I can do that. Shoot, I don't even have to be celibate to do it. Sorry.
Wow.
It's late and that filter is done. But yeah.
Stupid, yo. Stupid.
Yes, that was kind of a shot at Catholics, but it's all good. Is there anything else we need to comment for?
Please remember to like, comment, and share.
Hit the music. Go ahead, Jesse. You go take us out.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Those of us who are not celibate. Again, please remember to like, comment, and share. This has been another episode of Fear the Hive podcast. I am Jason, Dom, and Steve. You guys have a blessed and wonderful night and the rest of the week. Catch you guys next time.